Excellent, excellent. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, Mr. King, for your principal support. Um, we love it. It's great. This is an opportunity for the teachers to hear what the other teachers have been doing this past year. It's an opportunity for our donors to get an idea of how their donations were spent in the past school year. And we welcome the opportunity for the interchange and the lessons learned opportunity. Ron, go ahead and let's kick off the hats overview with Julian presenting. Over.
Okay, you should have the hat slides up now, right?
I don't see them yet.
Are you still seeing the STEDTRAIN slide?
Just
Still
seeing
see
the
the
agenda
agenda.
slide.
We have the agenda slide, Ron.
Okay, that didn't work then. We'll do it this way. All
There
right,
we
you got
go.
the okay. All right,
Julian,
Julian.
floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Julian Boykin, Vice President of HATS, and I'm honored to present this morning on behalf of our president, Ms. Allison Wren. So thank everyone for being here today to celebrate our 2026 STEDTRAIN Final Reports program. Next slide, please. Who is HATS? HATS is the Huntsville Association of Technical Societies. Been a cornerstone of North Alabama's technical community since 1969. We're a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to coordinating the professional, educational, and civic activities of our member organizations. This year, HATS proudly celebrates 57 years of service to the region. Next slide, please. Our mission is simple but powerful: to coordinate the activities of our member societies and promote common goals across the technical community. Our objective is to support Huntsville area technical and professional societies that advance science and engineering. Next slide, please. Our membership reach has grown from just 6 charter societies to 33 technical societies, representing more than about 18,000 technical professionals. Our reach spans North Alabama and South Central Tennessee, connecting professionals, businesses, government agencies, educational institutions, and nonprofits. Next slide, please. Our foundation was built by 6 charter organizations, including AIAA, ASME, ASPE, IEEE, ISA, and the Von Braun Astronomical Society. Their legacy continues to shape the collaborative spirit we uphold today. Next slide, please. I want to recognize our 2026 Board of Directors who make this work possible. Our President, Allison Wren, myself as Vice President, our Treasurer, Allison Cash, our Secretary, Catherine Booker, Communications is Joshua Gregory, our Professional of the Year is myself as well, Social Programs is Jesse Widener, STEDTRAIN is Paul Agarwal, IT/webmaster is Ron Hackett. Our board members are Greg Duke, Lorraine Harrell, and Mary Savo. Advisor is Mike Feltman. This team represents the strength and diversity of our technical community. Next slide, please.
I think that's the last slide.
That is the last slide. Thank you very much, sir. And as we have Joe Fitzgerald in attendance, Dr. Fitzgerald was an earlier president of HATS, and we thank you for your service, sir. Okay, continuing on now with an opportunity to learn a little bit about STEDTRAIN. Go ahead, Ron. This is the STEDTRAIN committee. Allison, as the president of HATS, is a member of the STEDTRAIN volunteer committee. We have Allison as the HATS treasurer, myself as the chair of the STEDTRAIN committee, and also a member of the board of directors. New this year, we have Jesse Widener as our vice chair. Next page, please. Ron, of course, Hats and STEDTRAIN webmaster. We thank you, sir. Jennifer, Dr. Jennifer, Miss Jones, and Bobby Murphy, all are members of the group. And then Mrs. Odell, a former teacher, Minnie, who I often see, but I don't see here today, president of DMS Technology, Laura, research scientist, and Robin Dama, not only a retired school teacher, but also a former recipient of STEDTRAIN grants while she was a teacher. Now she owns and operates the Blue Apple Bookstore in downtown Madison. Next, please. Wonderful. Yes, come visit. Retired Huntsville City School teacher Lori Nelson is also a member of the committee. And Terry Brooks, let's see, today is the 25th. We'll be working for the Army Materiel Command for 4 more days, and then we'll sail off into retirement. But he is currently a member of the STEDTRAIN committee as well. Next, please. We want to honor one of our founders, Dr. Gradska, not able to attend, and our unfortunately past members, Andy Sutlow and Woody. I am serving in Woody's capacity, initially as the vice chair and now as the chair. Next, please. We want to thank, and especially with Joe here representing the Space and Missile Defense Working Group of the National Defense Industrial Association. Joe, any words you would like to care to relate as to your amazing support of STEDTRAIN over the decades?
Well, I want to just tell everyone how proud we are as an organization of the National Defense Industrial Association Space and Missile Defense Working Group to support STEDTRAIN. We have been, as you mentioned, a donor for many, many years, and it's such a worthy cause and a worthy activity to engage in. Our money is derived from the Space and Missile Defense Symposium held each year in August. It's the largest symposium held at the Von Braun each year. Last year we just a hair under 10,000 attended. We expect to exceed the 10,000 mark this year. It takes the entirety of the Von Braun Center in August. Everyone on this call and everyone that you care to invite is welcome to come and walk the exhibit halls. It costs you absolutely nothing to come and to see what our community is engaged in each year in August. I urge you to do so. But as you indicated, we are a donor. We are also participate in the STEM community in other ways by scholarships through NDIA and graduate fellowships, which I award each year to worthy graduate students. And with this year, we awarded 7 $5,000 graduate fellowships. We also support Space Camp. But we've been a long time and will continue to be. We expect to continue to be, provided that the conferences remains successful as it has been, to be a proud donor of and supporter of STEDTRAIN. You're doing such a mighty and a good job that the Space and Missile Defense Working Group will plan to continue that as long as we possibly can. But I just wanted to tell you how thankful we are for all the teachers that take part and this organization. I also have as you indicated, as past president of HATS and past participant in STEDTRAIN over the years. Just so proud of you and proud of all this. This has become and remains. The working group is 42 years old. HATS is, you indicated, 59 years old. I don't think I was on a founding board at that time or a founding organization, but I was not far thereafter. Not far after that is when I became my association with HATS. But I know the organization well, and I congratulate you, and I'm so very thankful and appreciate the opportunity to say a few words about the working group this morning, and look forward to your presentations. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for your years of service to the greater Huntsville community. Very much appreciated. We also want to give a serious thank you to the IEEE Huntsville section. They, of course, have been a long-term donor as well as Redstone Federal Credit Union. And recently, Vertiv joined the list of donors. They found us and had an in-house fundraising campaign, and STEDTRAIN was the beneficiary of that. Again, very much appreciated the cash donors that support the very important educational grants mission that STEDTRAIN is all about. And that is those donations from the community is what supports our teacher grants each year. Next, please, Ron. We have in-kind donors. Ron, of course, is the president and CEO of Hackett Information Systems Engineering. And Georgia Tech has Research Institute has very steadfastly supported us over the years in presentation of our meetings. Next, please. And a big surprise. Next Friday, those of you who can, please join us at the Trash Pandas game on the 1st of May in support of the May the 4th, May the Force be with you activity. They contacted us. They have a surprise for STEDTRAIN. They were looking for eligible nonprofits that had a science and science, technology, engineering, math background. They contacted us. They want to bring us out to the field next Friday and present us with a community relations check. We do not know the amount, but we want to give them kudos now ahead of time and urge everyone to join us at the game next Friday. So this is pretty exciting. It's also an opportunity to nudge those in the community, businesses, associations, friends that are also interested in educational grants. Reach out to them and have them go to either the HATS or the STEDTRAIN website. We have donate buttons on both of those websites to help us further our educational grants mission. Next, please, Ron. I haven't seen Jesse join yet. Do we want to skip and let him? Why don't we move over and go right into the presentation, and hopefully he'll join us and give an opportunity to speak after.
I'll reach out to him, Paul.
Okay, very good. Ron, go ahead to the next slide, please. And we will let Miss Stephanie talk to us about what is happening at her school, where she is bridging gifted education and STEM integration in early grades. And I tell you, I was so impressed working with your group and seeing the excitement on their eyes as they were manipulating those tools. So take it away, Stephanie.
Yes, good morning. So I'm a gifted education teacher in elementary grades, and currently we have robotics opportunities or STEM competition teams for 3rd and 4th grade students. But I have found that investing in these younger students, they can do it. They can start learning these skills at a very young age. So this grant allowed us to purchase VEX Go kits, which is an earlier learning tool for mechanical engineering and electrical concepts, and just learning that engineering design process. So I was able to work with 2nd grade teachers and put this into their classrooms. And like most elementary schools, our schedule is packed. We have a Literacy Act, and now the Numeracy Act is in place, and all of these constraints within the classroom. So I work with teachers to show that these type of things, teaching engineering, can complement their current curriculum. So I printed out the VEX Go lessons from their website. It's very explicit, and created a binder for them and put this grant allowed me to buy the VEX Go kits in a traveling cart. So they were able to push this kit from classroom to classroom. They utilized it the most within their indoor recess time. And one class in particular really took it on, and that was a class that we were able to Zoom with Paul on, and they loved it. The teacher allowed them to keep their builds in the classroom so that they could spend their 20-30 minute time on it. And then when they had to move on to their lessons, it was still there to return to. So that thinking process and that the iterations continued to evolve. And even in the Zoom meeting, when they had their builds, they were able to show that, but also say next time or after I tweak or test this, I want to then do this. So it has that engineering mind thinking, that creative problem solving, where can we take this next? So with this, we had a for our rising third grade students. So our second grade teach or parents and kids were able to indicate whether or not they wanted to continue in a STEM competition team in the next year. And there were 65% of the participants in our interest meeting were parents of second grade students, many of them coming from this very classroom that engaged in this the most. So I definitely saw that the students who were building and the teachers that were really encouraging this kind of thinking in the classroom inspired these kids to continue on a STEM path. So in our district, VEX IQ continues into V5, and actually I'll be at Worlds next week we have two teams that qualify for Worlds. So I'll leave Monday for St. Louis for that. So it's a really big thing in our district, and to be able to use this in the younger grades to help them find their areas of interest. This was great for these students, for these teachers to see that they can use this in the classroom, and they can encourage this way of thinking as well.
And again, thank you. Help me. The student in the lower left picture, Ron, can you go back to that picture? He was manipulating the articulating arms, correct?
Yes, he created a very interesting claw design. So while the lessons can teach kids a step-by-step process to build, these kids really love that exploratory learning. And so his name's Joe in the far left, and it's actually an arm with gears to help grip. So he was able to try out different pieces at the very end of his little claw design that you see there that would grip. The top left picture was really cool. His dog inspired this design. And so the legs actually moved. And so he was talking about adding the electrical components next to trying to get it to move on its own. So they really had lots of ideas that has continued throughout the school year.
What a joy. I so enjoyed meeting with your classroom via Zoom, excuse me. And I tell you, the smiles on their faces were priceless. Thank you. Ron, next slides, please. Ms. Lovejoy, Rainbow Elementary, immersive STEM learning with a virtual and augmented reality. Take it away. And you're on mute, ma'am. Ms. Lovejoy, you're on mute, it looks like.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. We hear you now.
I'm so sorry. Something is going on with my phone. I'm actually trying to show my face, but I can't. But I just want to highlight the phenomenal impact that the VR headset had to my special education classroom. I've been a special education teacher for over 20 years, and I tell you, once we brought the VR headset into the classroom, the impact was phenomenal. I'll give you two experiences that shaped our classroom for the school year. We had a student, they were doing a writing assignment in their fourth grade classroom on persuasive writing, and they were supposed to highlight their best vacation. She came to me, she said, Miss Lovejoy, I've never been on a vacation outside of the Madison County area. She said, I can't write a persuasive writing if I've never been anywhere. I said, babe, let's get on the VR. We went on a virtual field trip. We went to the White House. We went to the San Diego Zoo. We went to the Georgia Aquarium. And the most impactful for her was we went to Disney, the happiest place on earth. And after that, she was able to create with the help of my iPhone, Canva, and AI, we were able to create pictures for her Google Slide to be able to present to her classroom as well. So that was a highlight for me because we were able to use the VR to go on these field trips to take her to places that she had never experienced before. And the second highlight that I would like to focus on is we have a student who's wheelchair bound. He is actually the sibling to one of my fifth graders. And for his Fun Day Friday, he asked his paraprofessional if he could come down and utilize the VR that his brother talked about at home. The unique thing about this student is he has no upper limbs. And so we were trying to figure out how we were going to make this work for him. We would put the headset on and he would try to maneuver the remotes with his feet, which is what he uses as his hands. And the headset kept coming off. So what we ended up doing was we got with our physical therapist in the school, and she said, Miss Lovejoy, purchase a chin strap. We purchased the chin strap. And when I tell you he was rolling all over that classroom with that VR headset and having the most amazing time, and something that he would never be able to do had we not had the VR headset and had we not had the equipment available for him to be able to do that. And so now he uses all of his Fun Day Friday time outside of his classroom to come down to my classroom to be able to participate with the other students that are participating with the VR. So thank you guys so much for affording us the opportunity to purchase a VR headset. We are looking to purchase another VR headset because so many students want to utilize it during the short times that they are in my classroom. And so I just want to give a shout out to you guys for selecting our grant for that, for the monies to purchase that.
Fantastic. And thank you for the in-depth sharing there. That's really fantastic to see what a difference some technology can make in those specific instances. Congratulations. Job well done. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ron, next. Ms. Graley, Roger B. Chaffee Elementary School, STEDTRAIN grants final report.
So Greenpower got taken over by me after COVID. So when we started back up, it was very low on funding. Our cars were in no shape to drive. And so it took a while to build up the program. With your help, we were able to buy a new motor. I can't even tell you how old our motor was. But I can tell you that the kids were very disappointed every time we raced because our car was so slow. So we figured out that we needed a motor. We applied for your grant. We got to purchase that motor and our car did speed up. They, through the year, have learned how to use tools, use the tools appropriately to build the car with the help of mentors. I pulled in some mentors from the community, people that work at Avion and Relogic and other sectors that are either parents or like my husband, to help them learn those tools, because of course that's not something that I got to do growing up. So I really get excited when girls are on my team because, you know, we need to know those things too. And so normally my team is girl heavy. This is the first year it hasn't been. But they got to build a car that was actually donated from scratch, and they got to, with your funds, repair the car that we already had and perform well at the races. So they are now 7th and 10th place in the last 2 races that we performed in. And they're very, very excited to continue with the program. So once they enter my program, they typically will go on through middle school and high school, and they're learning those skills through STEM. So,
wow.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Taking a sort of a, I don't know what you call it, a program that had seen its better days and resurrecting it and coming in really well. That's really good in the competition. You must have a great team.
We have a lot of good mentors and parents. At the beginning of the year, I just kind of like let them know, okay, here's where we stand. Here's what we need. Here's what I'm bringing to the table. When I'm able to tell them that I've already went out and got donations or sponsorships or grants, it actually pushes them to see exactly what we need, the cost, and to help, because we are in an engineering community. And even if the kids specifically don't have parents that are in that field, they might have a relative. So it helps.
Fantastic. Oh man, what a great story. I love hearing these sorts of things. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And congratulations on a job. Very well done. Next, please, Ron. I get to cover this one because Ms. Wise and her Riverside Christian Academy team is on their way back from St. Louis as we speak. They were at the World's competition. Next, please. And a lot of words here. So basically, they have a very small group of students, but they are all working very diligently, sharing, learning, lessons learned, and building up their capabilities. They, interestingly, and we've all kind of heard this one, ran into some problems with the design and performance, but they worked together, got some new parts, got things working again. They tested different designs, made adjustments, kind of on the fly type of work. And the fact is, they qualified for World's competition, and they've got a series of photos, which let's go ahead and move to the next series of slides, because it shows some great things. So upper left, we got a group of people that are ready to unpack the robots and get to work. As you can see, all ages in this group. On the upper right, that's actually a brother and sister team. The brother is kind of the operator, and the sister is the more behind the scenes, trying to get everything ready to work for when the brother is out there running some of the operations. Let's see, getting ready for the robot, and then the receiving their VEX cord at the Tennessee state competition. Next, please, Ron. And then here, these are some of the photos that were coming in recently, last day or two. Here's some of them at the VEX Worlds up in St. Louis. Opening ceremonies. Next, please, Ron. And for those that are not familiar with the robotics world, the lower left picture shows a competition sort of arena. That's where the robots interact. There's a series of automated activities that they're required to do, and then some that are driven by the operator. And depending on how they do in both of those timed operations, it goes into their scoring, and that's sort of the process. So again, a team that's young, a team that's small, but they're doing some good work, and they would love to talk about this, but they're driving home right now. So next, please, Ron. The goal was to design, build, and program a competitive robot, building a network, problem solving, all these good things. They were able to meet that. They went to the Tennessee State Championship, qualified for Worlds, and despite all the challenges, they've been doing quite well. Next, please. Let's go with Nancy Junkins at Whitesburg Middle, Greenpower Vertical Team. Nancy, take it away.
Good morning. Our Whitesburg Middle Greenpower team, in partnership with Mr. Whaley and Huntsville Center for Technology, has had a very strong 2025-2026 season. Students earned podium banners at 3 of 5 races, earned a national ranking of 10th going into nationals, and have received up to a 98.5% presentation score at competition. We faced many mechanical challenges. We had a bent axle, we had brake friction, electrical connection failures, alignment problems, and we needed steering adjustments. We solved that by installing a new steel axle, a frictionless brake system, replacing connectors, rebuilding the front end with new parts and tires, and fitting a wider steering wheel machine for our push button starter. Also, when I was absent for health reasons, the Huntsville Center for Technology team took over and mentored my students at an out-of-town race and helped us place third at that race. Looking ahead, Whitesburg will continue collaborating with HCT next season. 2 of my students have already joined HCT for the 9th grade year and even helped lead our lab tour here for my incoming 6th graders. Students toured HCT, they observed F-24 custom card builds, and they've applied HCT's modification guidance. And all of that contributed to a consistent top 3 finishes at our recent races. We are scheduled to travel with HCT to the Talladega Superspeedway National Championship race. I'd like to thank you all for your support in our project.
Wow. That's fantastic. And I love the checkered flag. That's amazing. Oh, here we go. Do you want to talk to these?
It was included in that just talks about how both achieved first place at our Jackson, Tennessee race. We used their guidance to make our modifications, and that's resulted in us having top 3 finishes at our past 3 races and going into nationals with a 10th place national ranking.
When will you be at Talladega?
May 14th, 15th, and 16th. We actually signed up yesterday for all of our, we have a live interview for our presentation there, and also practice sessions and stuff like that. And we got scheduled for that yesterday. So we will be there for those 3 days, looking for a top finish.
Wow.
Congratulations. Outstanding.
That's incredible. Again, hats off. No pun intended. Wow, that is fantastic. And what an accomplishment with that long list of issues that you were able to overcome and excel. Again, congratulations. Fantastic. Let's now go through the high school awards. We're going to start off. Ron, remind me, this Hazel Green is one I'm covering, correct?
I'm sorry, say again. I got distracted.
I'm covering for Miss Hodge, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So after her, we'll finish up with the high school teams. Okay. So Teresa got called away and was not able to participate in the meeting. She asked me to sub. So this is Hazel Green High School. And next, please. Let's do drones. So drones in school. The idea was to purchase some first-person video drones, worked with the Junior ROTC to create a competition drone team. The idea is to enhance STEM opportunities for the students. Why they competed in a simulator with unlimited attempts, in a virtual world, and then in live events. So you can see in the photos on the lower right, there was a course, a virtual course that laid out, and then there's different ways. You notice the kind of the views in the photos up above. Those are first person video looks into the virtual world. Next, please. So how they measured success, how they ended up in the competition, the increase in student interest, the improvement in drone proficiency, and then how they were able to get licensing through JROTC. They had 2 drone kits purchased. It's very difficult to see, but you can get an idea of the rankings of the simulators, and we'll make these presentations available later if you want to kind of zoom in on some of that information. Next, Ron. Accomplishments, able to collaborate successfully with the junior ROTC classes. 3 competition teams successfully completed 3 months of simulator competition, and the students all increased their proficiency with first-person video drones. Problems. The first kits were fragile and broke. They resolved by replacing with an improved Tiny Hawk drone. So there's a good lessons learned. Student time availability was an issue, so they were able to reschedule, and they met in every morning before school. Good videos. Let's see. Students using the simulator. Yep. So good pictures. Next, please. And then in summary, oh, that was the summary. So we'll kind of follow up on that later. So now, Mr. Chris, talk to us about Huntsville Center for Technology. And by the way, what a fantastic building. Congratulations. But talk to us about your Greenpower chassis project. Take it away.
All right. Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to present our 2025-26 STEDTRAIN grant project. I wrote my speech here after the fact, so it may not line up perfectly with my presentation I submitted, but hopefully it'll match up pretty good. This project focused on the design and development of a carbon fiber monocoque chassis for a Greenpower race car. While that might sound like a single deliverable, the real goal was much broader. We set out to give students a complete start-to-finish engineering experience, one that mirrors what they would encounter in the industry. We began at the foundation. Each student designed a simplified car model in SolidWorks, building core skills in sketching, dimensioning, and 3D modeling. From there, they brought those designs to life by 3D printing scaled versions of their cars. That step alone created a strong sense of ownership and engagement because students could physically hold something they had designed. From there, the project transitioned into full-scale engineering. I led the design of a multi-piece mold in SolidWorks while demonstrating that process live, allowing students to see not just the what, but the how. Students supported this phase by developing bills of materials, submitting purchase requests, and writing step-by-step process guides. They weren't just participating, they were helping engineer the system. The mold itself required 24 large format 3D printed sections. Each section took approximately 15 hours to print, totaling around 360 hours of production time. We successfully completed 20 of those 24 sections. Like any real engineering project, we encountered challenges. Power outages caused print failures and rework. Firmware limitations on our printers slowed production. At the same time, our program was actively competing in 5 Greenpower racing events and preparing for Skills USA competition. Those commitments required us to reallocate some time and resources. And as a result, we had to make a decision to shift our focus temporarily. And we tackled a battery relocation and motor controller project for our Skills USA competition. There we won the gold medal just this week, in fact, in the engineering technology design contest. And 3 students each received a $1,000 scholarship. Also, our Greenpower racing program is currently ranked 5th nationally and preparing for the national championship event at Talladega Super Speedway, May the 14th through the 16th. While that pivot meant we did not complete the mold this year, it was not a setback. It was just a real world lesson in project management, prioritization, and adaptability. Students experienced firsthand how engineering projects evolve under constraints. The impact on our students has been significant. We saw increased engagement from the very beginning, especially through the SolidWorks design work. Students accelerated their CAD skills. 9 gained a certification in SolidWorks, and many others positioned themselves for certification next year. They gained hands-on experience in additive manufacturing, material planning, and collaborative problem solving. Perhaps most importantly, they developed a clearer understanding of how complex projects come together from concept to execution. Looking forward, this project is very much alive. All consumable materials are purchased and ready. A detailed process guide has been created, and many of the same students will return next year, already invested and motivated to finish what they started. So while the carbon fiber chassis has not yet been produced, the foundation has been built, both in terms of infrastructure and student capability. So this grant didn't just fund a project, it created momentum. It built skills, confidence, and a repeatable process that will benefit students not just next year, but hopefully for years to come. Again, we thank you guys for all your support.
What an impressive project. I remember on the first read of your proposal last year, I went back a few times because every time I read it, I gleaned more information on what your intents were. And to accomplish as much as you did in a very hectic schedule, kudos. What a great team and great marshaling all those forces and students. Um, wow. I'll have to say, I'm very impressed. What a real world opportunity for these students to see how difficult it is to go from a design to actual product. And what a great opportunity. Kudos. Nice work.
Thank you.
Okay. Is Monica going to lead off on here, or Ashley, are you going to be leading off on
I will be the one
Limestone?
leading off. But no, I'm here with my name's Ashley Southard. I'm with Miss Hobson. We are part of Team 34 the Rockets at the Limestone County Career Tech Center.
Take it
I'll
away.
be leading the presentation, but if Monica thinks I've forgotten something, she's 100% welcome to chime in.
Okay, go for it. Thank you.
Yeah, so Team 34 is a first robotics team out at the Limestone County Career Tech Center. This is our 30th season competing, I believe, if math serves me right. And what we do with our students, the big focus is, yes, this is a competition, but it's making sure that the students along the way learn how to CAD a robot, wire a robot, drive it, program it, even marketing it, how to work with other teams from all over the world, all over the country in very, very stressful situations. This year we were lucky to go to two competitions, one in Oklahoma and then one here in Huntsville. And Oklahoma, I think, was a test of endurance for our students. It was um, the robot had a name, and then after that competition, its name was Murphy's Law. So if that tells you how the competition went. But one of the really great things is all of the troubleshooting, everything that had to be fixed, everything that had to be done. Our students were the ones doing it. You can see in the left two pictures there, that is Scarlett, one of our seniors. She is responsible for all the wiring, making sure that everything's hooked up right. Designs all of that and make sure that it gets implemented. And when we were in Oklahoma, she was the one with her fingers in the robot getting it fixed. And one of the really neat things for us this year is our team actually won the quality award at the Huntsville Rocket City Regional. And that award is just for robust design, clean lines, and a lot of that was due in part to the wiring that Scarlett was able to just make work. But yeah, it's one of the really fun and rewarding things about this is the students get to walk away from this program straight into the job field if they so choose. Part of that's in conjunction with the work that's done at the Limestone County Career Tech Center. In support of our engineering class, which also participated in this year's robotics competition. Even if they weren't a part of the team, if they were in the class, they contributed in some way to this project. We've had quite a few students who are going to be leaving with internships right out of high school. We've had a few students who have gone straight into working for companies like Lockheed Martin. And yeah, it's been a really, really fun season. We can't thank you guys enough for helping support us in this project. And afterwards, what we'll be doing with this robot is taking it to outreach events, showing it off at community events. I know we had a demonstration last week that we took the robot to, and we're excited to keep, promoting STEM in our community.
Wonderful,
Were you
wonderful.
a national-
Monica, do you have a word that you like to add?
I just want to brag on Ashley because she doesn't brag on herself enough, and she's does a lot of this legwork. But she also is a former student of Team 34, so she was on the team. Now she's
Whoa.
mentoring, and I
I think I was on the
says a
team
lot.
the last time we won the quality award. It was the Motorado Quality Award in Peachtree. So it's
that just says a lot about the
Well,
program.
kudos to the combination. I will have to say that I know those team members must feel a sense of accomplishment to having, worked through those issues, getting down there into the wires, and then doing so well and getting the quality award.
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic. Congratulations.
Were you at National Space Club's breakfast last week? Was that it? No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We went last year. I actually got an award at the National Space Club dinner last year as Teacher of the Year.
That,
I was so thrilled for that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Fantastic. Again, great work. I'm so proud that everyone's it's so neat to see all this work coming together and talk about a workforce development opportunity, Joe. Go directly from these teams to internships into the workforce.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Great work.
Robotics and drones and autonomy is the name of the game these days, and as exemplified by the multitude of organizations in town that are supporting these efforts. So
exactly.
Great job.
Again, kudos. Well done. Miss Marty, go ahead and talk to us about the Lincoln County robotics program.
All righty. Well, first of all, I'm loving watching all these, and I really appreciate the networking we're getting with all of these other teams. Successes this year, we started our first year for our first tech challenge. We celebrated our 25th year as an FRC team. We have the oldest team in the state of Tennessee. One of the first things we did this season was we worked with Monica's team 34, which we appreciate. We went to Whistle Stop and we did some outreach in Huntsville, working around some of the people that support STEDTRAIN. So I thought that was a really cool opportunity, and thank you for joining us. Our program, we're always trying to find things to bring in even more kids. We have a robotics building here at Lincoln County, but all of our programming is after school. So it takes any and everybody to get in there. Kids have to put in time on their own time to come and join us. And I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but they don't want to go home. So we spend 5 days a week after school here. And the kids are learning so much, building the robots, start with the basic design challenges, and we get out there. The pictures that we put on here, this is our new FRC robot. We did compete in, no, I lied, FTC robot. There's too many acronyms. This is the new FTC robot that we built and started a new team for that. We did compete in a couple competitions. We competed in one regional, and then we went to Tennessee State. The kids have learned so much from working on different platforms of robots. And I had some kids, they kind of focused on this one. We had different kids that focused on FRC. We're still running our VEX teams with our middle schools, and our middle school program is growing by leaps and bounds too. As a matter of fact, we're looking at adding an FTC team for middle school in this coming year to kind of expand it down. Our VEX teams, I love seeing teams go to Worlds and that. We missed it by not too much this year because we kept ending up in third place when we went to competition. So it is what it is, and our team is growing because of that, and they're going to be even stronger next year. FTC opened up a whole nother realm of robotics for us, and we're going to be able to, well, actually, we met some new people, which has given me another whole new idea, which I want to kind of pitch here real quick. But our project goals, we expanded our program. We have a very sustainable multi-level robotics program here. This was our first FTC team, but like I said, we're going to launch a second one. And again, the outreach is crazy. If you look at the bottom pictures here, you see just a few different outreach to all of our community members or business people at the Kiwanis. we do outreach at the school STEM nights and just in general going to visit our feeder schools. And then that bottom one was some of the pictures from our open house that we had for our 25th anniversary in our building. We also just completed last week, we did our STEAM night for the year. My robotics kids lead off a lot of the STEAM night stuff, and we do full robotics section. And we brought in the drones and stuff this year as well. We had over 500 community members come and join us for STEAM night. Amazing opportunities, great door prizes. Thanks again, Paul, for getting some of those for us. We appreciate it. But so many opportunities, and we're reaching so many people out in the public all over the place by doing these programs. I'm really enjoying keeping up with, like Chris, with the Greenpower. Again, Monica, Team 34, thank you again. VexGo, when you were talking about the VexGo, that made me think of something, and I have to share this real quick. I'll try to make it quick. At one of the FTC competitions, I met some people, and they were talking about a program called Unified Robotics. And I know this coming year, I believe, is the last year for Lego League through First Robotics. So there's going to be a lot of people that have Lego League equipment, and you can also use the VexGo, which made me think about this since you're dealing with special ed as well. Unified Robotics does not have a hub anywhere. We want to start a hub in this area, and everybody already has the robotics platform that you need to do it. You can use VexGo, you can use Lego League, but it's a one-to-one. You have one regular student and one special ed student. It has to have an IEP, but it has to be at least a one-to-one between 2 and 6 people on a team, but it has to be one-to-one special ed to regular student. And we can start our own hub right here. And if you guys are interested, please contact me because we want to get it started. We only need like 3 or 4 teams to start a hub. And I think the opportunities that we can do reaching out with our special ed kids is going to be phenomenal. So anyway, we totally appreciate everything with STEDTRAIN. Like I said, you're connecting us with each other, aside from helping our programs grow at schools. And we totally, we would not make it at Lincoln County without like STEDTRAIN kicking in to help us. We've grown our program phenomenally because of your program. And anything we can do with outreach. I saw you don't have a fundraising person on there. Let's do some outreach. Let's get together, take our robots out there and share what we're doing. Even Joe at the Space and Rocket Center, I would love to bring my team and have them demo for that program. It's like, that would be great to participate and let people see just what you're doing for our kids.
Amen. I look forward to that. And also, there's an organization many of you are quite familiar with called AUVSI Pathfinder, which has a symposium and grants program as well. It supports many of you, and I urge you to participate and seek those kinds of grant funding as well. But they would be interested in supporting this hub, I know, as a leader in that organization. And so I think you've got a lot of organizations in town that will support you in this, and we just need to pull it all together. Marty, you're just the person to do it. Over.
Fantastic. Joe, I'll make sure she has your email address so she can reach out to you. And thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Again, this is a networking opportunity, and I can already see the benefit of this interaction this morning. Ron, could you go back to Mr. Barber's slide, and maybe we'll let, I haven't seen him join, so maybe we'll let Joe touch on some of the things that Mr. Barber would probably speak to in terms of Redstone as the hub of many of our activities in the northern Alabama, South Central Tennessee.
Sure.
Workforce development opportunities in terms of seeding our educational classrooms with STEM-focused opportunities. Joe?
Indeed. I did reach out to Jesse, and I have not. I did reach out to Jesse, and I have not heard from him. Jesse, are you on the line? I have not heard from him. I alerted him that we were going, and he was up, and I have not had a response from him. So something may be amiss, and it's some personal issue may have come up or some sort. Yes, of course, we're all quite familiar with having lived in close proximity to Redstone Arsenal all these many years. It is quite a federal campus with, depending on how you count it, some 70 different tenant organizations resident on Redstone Arsenal. Some of the large tenants you recognize, of course. It is an Army installation first and foremost. It is headed up by a commander of the garrison. It is a Army garrison, which is the mayor of Redstone, a colonel. It does have a 4-star, now downgraded to a 3-star headquarters command called Army Material Command, of which Jesse Barber is the ombudsman and special assistant to the CG there, which is Lieutenant General Chris Mohan. But that is the headquarters for Army Material Command, which has approximately 200,000 persons that work for Army Material Command. Every installation, post camp, and station around the globe, Army, that is its higher headquarters is Army Material Commands. Everything the Army buys, eats, wears, shoots, flies is its higher headquarters. Its headquarter organization for sustainment is Army Material Command. There are many other organizations on Redstone. Another 3-star command is Space Missile Defense Command, and its headquarters is located on Redstone. And of course, Missile Defense Agency, while not being headquartered on Redstone, the largest workforce in its organization is Redstone. You've heard of Golden Dome for America. That too will have an extraordinarily large presence on Redstone. We just were designated as the headquarters location for the United States Space Command, not to be confused with Space Force. Many people confuse those two, and I'm here to clarify that. The Space Command is a unified command that can be headed up by or commanded by any service, and it has membership of all services. It is a warfighting command. That's quite unique for Alabama and for Redstone to have a warfighting command located on Redstone. And the domain of space has been designated a warfighting domain, the domain of cyber, of communication, of that type of work is all of our space assets. That will be headquartered at Redstone. We will fight our nation's wars from Redstone Arsenal in space. Of course, Marshall Space Flight Center, those are tenant organizations. Marshall Space Flight Center is a large tenant organization, meaning that it occupies a large part of Redstone Arsenal, and many, many others, including the Army Contracting Command. Everything the Army contracts is headed up, is its headquarters location is Redstone Arsenal. Everything, the 70 or 80% of all foreign military sales, its higher headquarters is the Security Assistance Command, Army Security Assistance Command on Redstone Arsenal. So I say that only to give you context of, and there are a multitude of others in terms of acquisitions and aviation and missiles and defensive fires and offensive fires and so on. All those are on Redstone, not the least of which is a new tenant, which is a very, very large tenant, is the FBI. It's much like it has a north and south campus of the FBI, quite robust. All advanced agent training. You used to hear about Quantico all these many years, Quantico, Virginia. All that, while basic agent training still remains at Quantico, all advanced agent training for the FBI will be at Redstone Arsenal. So you'll see a lot more FBI folks in town. So there's no small reason why we've become the largest city in the state of Alabama. There's about 45,000 folks go on to Redstone Arsenal every day. So it's quite a robust environment. So there is a multitude of opportunities for our workforce, and there is a demand signal by each of these organizations for a robust workforce. This conversation and our presentations this morning were in large measure talked about drones and robotics and autonomy and that sort of thing, competitions, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, software engineering, and so on. Those are disciplines that are feeder disciplines that feed this need that we have for real world applications of these technologies on Redstone. So I applaud each of you for participating in not only that, but supporting and developing those skill sets that are so much in need, so that our young people will have a very bright career, a very robust career, and worthwhile career in supporting our space program, our national defense program, our intelligence program, and our nation. This is a very patriotic community. I'm very proud to be a part of it, and you're doing a great part, and I'm very proud of all of you for doing that. So on behalf of Jesse Barber and the Army Materiel Command, I thank you. So that's all I have, Paul.
Thank you, sir. And again, thank you for your many decades of service, not only to the armed forces, but to our community. All very much appreciated. And like you said, workforce development is really what all this educational grant opportunities is about, is to prepare the next series of scientists, engineers, technicians, and professionals to have a place in our world. So again, thank you. We're now going to transition to provide a voting opportunity. Each of the teachers should have received an email, I think was sent out yesterday. Is that correct yet, Ron?
Yesterday and this morning.
Okay, so all the teachers should have received a ballot, and they can vote to the next slide to one winner of each of the following three groups. So for the kindergarten through third grade, these are the teachers that presented. Group 2, these are the two teachers that presented today. And group 3 would be the high school level teachers that presented. You have the opportunity to vote what you thought was the best overall presentation project. So 3 votes today using that link that was sent to you by Mr. Ron. And please go ahead and start doing those online voting opportunities now. Ron will get that automatically summarized, and he will present us with the results. Any questions before we start the process? Anyone not receive a voting link? Ron, are you seeing votes being registered?
Yes.
Okay, good. So while that is happening, I'm going to steal the screen. I kind of peeked on this earlier, and I want everyone to be thinking about this in the meantime while we tally the votes. Yesterday, 25 years ago, 2 astronauts worked on the International Space Station. We talk about space because it's a big part of the Huntsville workforce. But 25 years ago, yesterday, 2 astronauts completed work on the SSRMS. Does anyone know? Don't say it now, but think about, is it option A, option B, option C, or option D? Think about that, and we will get back after we announce the results of the voting. But think about these, what happened 25 years ago yesterday in this International Space Station. I'm going to stop sharing and let Ron go back to his.
All right, we're actually in a situation. I forgot about this. We've got 2 teachers that are out, so everybody submitted their ballots. So we're going to have a runoff here. Yeah, we've got a clear winner in the group 1, the kindergarten through 3rd grade. We've got Miss Kesha Lovejoy.
Okay.
Yay, thank you guys so much.
There you go. Congratulations.
Congrats.
And the 4th through the 8th grade is Miss Nancy Junkins.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay, and then let's see.
And Julian, just, only the teachers vote on this per your text or chat.
Yeah, and I'm reconfiguring now. We're going to have to run off between Miss Marty LeBlanc and Mr. Christopher Raley.
I voted for Marty. Give it to her.
I voted for Chris.
All right, you should be able to reuse that same ballot again and vote for one of the two. And
let the let the voters decide. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
Let the revoting begin.
Let the revoting begin for the high school group 3 options. And be thinking about what that SSRMS is all about in the meantime.
Hey, I'm from Michigan. I know what that's about.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There you go. I understand.
Oh, I gotta find the, hold on. I lost the voting thing. Hang on.
I can resend it if you need it.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Okay, Ron, tell me when you've got the results.
We're waiting on 2 more votes.
They may have left.
Are those people still on the meeting?
Yeah, it doesn't count the 2 people that were not here now.
Okay.
I'm still here, Mr. Ron, but I have to leave out of my web browser to go to the voting, so I'm getting there now.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
If there's another tie, the working group will kick in $100 and you can give it to both of them. for the sake of time.
Well, there's 7 voters, so it can't be a tie if everybody votes.
Yeah. Another thing.
Oh, you guys are laughing. I still voted for Chris. I love his program. And I've been following everything. It's like, yay, go Chris.
Yeah. Well, Marty, you won.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Well, congratulations, all teachers. What a good year. Lots of challenges overcome, impressive student performance. I'm really proud of all the work you have all done. Quite impressed. Thank you. And as Ron, I think, alluded to earlier, we have received and are in the process of looking at the proposals for the next school year. I will warn you, we have a serious gap between the amount of funding requested and the amount of donor funds currently available. So if you do know of any organizations, wealthy individuals, or corporations that you can convince to donate to STEDTRAIN, all such donations would be very welcomed and would help us fund more programs for the 2026-2027 school year. Right now, we're looking at about a $20,000 gap between what the teachers are requesting in their proposals and what we have available to fund. So please reach out to all your friends in the community and have them go to the HATS or the STEDTRAIN.org websites. There's a donate button on both of those websites, and they can commit their funds there, and we will be happy to incorporate any new donations into the funding for the next school year. So thank you all on that. And with that, Ron, is there an announcement? Oh, you already made all the 3 announcements, right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's review each group 1, group 2, and group 3, and then I'll summarize with our space quiz.
All right. The winners in group 1, kindergarten through 3rd grade, was Miss Kesha Lovejoy at Rainbow Elementary School. And group 2, the 4th through 8th grades, we had Miss Nancy Junkins at Whitesburg Middle School.
Congrats.
And group 3, the 9th through the 12th grade, that went to Marty LeBlanc at Lincoln County High School.
Fantastic. Okay, so again, kudos to all. What a great school year. And then maybe you can just chime in. Anyone have any thoughts on this question that I posed? SSMRS?
We can raise our hands or vote on one or the other. Or somehow,
okay.
rather than just telling us which one it is. I believe I know which one it is.
Okay, well, we'll have to all have our video on for that. So I don't know if we're going to be able to.
Yeah.
Some of us don't have that. So why don't we just? How about who thinks it's the Quest module? I hear nothing. How about the S1 Trust segment? Crickets. How about the Dexter? Those of you that may not be aware, Dexter is a robotic functionality, I believe, produced by General Motors. Thoughts? Is that what we're talking about? Nope. Okay, so D. Who likes D? Yay! Okay, good. You are correct. That is the remote manipulating system that's used on the space station, and it helps not only with the docking of orbiting vehicles to the space station, but it also helps to move equipment and material around the space station as it navigates on tracks and stuff on the space station. So a pretty interesting piece of equipment provided by the Canadian Space Agency. And Chris Hatfield, I believe a Canadian astronaut, if I'm not mistaken, was part of the team putting that, installing that 25 years ago yesterday. Okay, so any other opportunities or questions to wrap up the discussions for the current STEDTRAIN grants period 2025 school year to the current 2026. Any questions, lessons learned, or other comments?
One quick question for the 3 award winners. Has anybody changed their address since they submitted their proposal?
Home address.
Home address.
No.
No.
Okay, that's where we will be sending those checks as soon as we coordinate with our HATS treasurer. And it could be a chunk of time because our treasurer is involved with Straddle launch, and she travels the world quite often. So it may be a few weeks before those checks arrive. Just be aware.
Yeah, one last thing real quick.
Yes.
One last thing. Anybody who's interested in unified robotics, I put my email in the chats, mleblanc@lcdoe.org. Please contact me and we'll set up a Zoom or something so we can get together, because the season for that actually starts, I believe, like end of August, early September. So we want to jump in there. I've already talked to the head people to get our hub started. So I'd love to see that go on, but just email me and we can jump on it because it's a great opportunity. And thank you again. We appreciate everything you're doing, STEDTRAIN. Quick question too, where do we meet for the baseball game?
Oh, good point. They reduced the number of tickets that we will have available. So that is, let's see. Let me get an email out because I'm still kind of processing all. It's called the concourse area, and there's a meetup area. They will only allow 2 people to go out to the field on next Friday for the presentation, but we can have as many people as we want in attendance. They only provided 4 tickets to the game. So if we want more than 4 people at the game, we'll have to purchase those tickets. So I'll get an email out here in the next day or two, letting know where we would meet, what time we would meet. Basically, it sounds like it'll be before the game when they will make the check presentation. So the game starts at 6:35 next Friday, the 1st of May. And so we would need to be ready to go. I believe it was 5:45, they said. And I will kind of explain and send some pictures as to where that meetup area is if you are interested in participating in that game. And then we haven't decided if someone from HATS is going to join me out on the field. We're still working through those details. So stay tuned. And we look forward to, I'll get that out, and then we'll make a decision on how many people can actually attend the game. and
Okay.
hoping the weather works out for us as well.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks all. Any other good questions? Looks like we'll be closing before 10 o'clock. Again, thank you all for a very good year. Thank you for your support of STEM in the classrooms and for encouraging students to really pursue STEM and benefit from it. So kudos to all the great work you guys do. Very much appreciated. We salute you.
Thank you, Paul.
Take care, all.
Have a good day.
Thank
Night.
you.
Take care.